Our mind neuroscience is proving year after year how our mind can help us to increase our energy. Actually, the scientist Bruce Lipton, in his book Biology of Beliefs, he says that mind, our thoughts, are body energy that can increase our body physiology. So in his book, he talks about not just placebo, but a study that they did with people having knee surgery. So they divided in two groups. One group had knee surgery. The other group, they had a fake surgery. And they all went to physical therapy after. And they were amazed by the result. This wasn't placebo. This was surgery. And the result was outstanding because both groups got almost similar results. The group that thought they were thinking that they were receiving the surgery, and the group that truly received the surgery. So this shows how our thoughts are so powerful. So for me, thoughts are not just powerful for our health, but even to change our destiny. Like two women, you know, they are sisters, same genetic code. They live in the same area. They went through the same situation. They are 45 years old, and they just got divorced. The first woman, she's going to start thinking, you know, I'm going to be single forever now because half of the good guys that I know are married. Another half are gays. And I live in Fargo, North Dakota. Like, no way that I'll find somebody. And the second sister, she's going through the same situation. How she's going to think? She's divorced. She's 45. She lives in Fargo, North Dakota. How she's going to think? Okay, next in line. So with this attitude, she's going to go out maybe more. She's going to open herself up. So the thing about our mind, you know, there is the work of a book called Happiness Advantage. And he studied in Harvard a decade about what happened with a person that is able to keep her mind in a positive state. So when you are able to keep your mind in a positive state, you have so much more energy that you can produce 30% more. And salespeople, you can sell 46% more if you keep your brain in a neutral state or negative. So it's not just neutral. The research was about people that keep their brain in a happy, in a positive, powerful state. I personally don't like the word positive. I like the word powerful, because right now a lot of people think that we gotta be happy all the time, positive, and it's not like that. Sometimes we go through moments of happiness and sadness and pain can take us to places that we never imagined we could be. So I like to talk about powerful thoughts. So the thing is, we always hear this story that sometimes we can control what happened to us, but if we change the way that we think, we feel better, right? I don't agree all the time with this, because I don't know if you know, but sometimes we go through moments in our lives that we cannot think positive, right? And I'm not talking about difficult moments when somebody passed away or simple moments. Like one day I remember calling my husband, and I was in home, I was writing, and my daughter that day, she wasn't just a baby girl, she was like a wild dog that came to life to drive me crazy. And I called my husband, and I said, hey, I didn't have time to stop at the grocery store. Could you stop and get some chicken? And on the other line, I just heard, what did you do all day? Did you think I thought positive? No. So little things happen to us that it's hard to think positive. So how can we do? And if you have been to Diva Dance, you know this exercise. But if you haven't, I'd like to bring one woman here to show how we can think, feel better, feel more energized, even when our thoughts are negative. Okay, so say something negative, something that puts your energy down. I don't want you to think positive.
It's been raining all day.
Huh?
It's been raining all day long.
Raining all day long. Okay, so when it's raining all day long, how do you feel?
I don't like when it rains. I need the sun to be coming out.
Okay,
So
so
I
do
like
you
sunshine.
feel
It makes me feel down.
Down.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want you to think positive. I don't want you to think, I want you to continue to think negative. So you're going to say the same thing that you're saying to me, but you're going to imitate my movement as you are saying, okay? So.
It's been raining all day long.
Okay.
No, I'll do it.
Okay, you don't have to do it. You already did it. Thank you. I told her to think positive. That's how you think positive, negative? Oh, I don't like when rain. I feel down. Did you feel how her energy changed right away? Just because she was moving her body. So what happened is, Candace Pert was one of the first scientists in 1976 that she discovered that because before we had this concept that, let me go to the next one, that came from cognitive therapy, which I love it, that, and Michelle may touch a little bit in this, that to influence our actions, if we are able to change our thoughts to a more positive thoughts, we change our emotions, and our emotions, our actions. But what happened is, sometimes our thoughts cannot be positive, and that's what happened to me. I study in Brazil, cognitive therapy was my field. So when I was going through my depression, I couldn't think positive. So how could I find a natural way to heal myself? And that's when I touched the power of the body. How when sometimes our mind cannot help, we have the power of our body. Why? Because our body, before thoughts, before we think about something, we have a perception. And perception comes through our body, our 5 senses. So you are in the jungle and you are walking and then you see a snake. What you're going to do? Your perception is, oh my goodness. And then you're going to start thinking, the snake can kill me. Your emotion is going to be fear and you're going to run away. It doesn't need to be a snake. It can be an ex-husband. Your mother-in-law. So, if you go to a party and your ex-boss that you don't like is there, but you don't see him, you don't have the perception, you're not going to have a thought, you're not going to have emotion. So before thoughts, there is perception, that's our body. So I want you to experience what Mikey experienced and see how you can feel better even when your thoughts are negative. They did a study in Duke University that they divide in 2 groups. They have major depression. One group, they exercise for 30 minutes a day. Another group took Prozac. And the group that exercised 30 minutes a day had better results than people that took Prozac because they didn't have the side effects. So from now on, less pills, more booty shaking, baby.